Dear USA, all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans, please be patient and get educated in wisdom in silence. With my excellent wisdom education process is all I want to educate for wisdom in ongoing excellent civil justice process. Let me continue with the civil justice process, okay? This testimony is about deadliest crime of Vatican type Holocaust Nazism hell crucifixion type is Antichrist Lucifer, Holy Highness Republica, God of USA is Jesuits, leader is Satan, Pope Francis created, Roman Empire crucifixion shame process mandate classification type, birth defects and types of birth defects classification types and severity types of birth defects classified as poison lifetime scars and enforced on innocent plant kingdom because the crime is highest level because the plants cannot talk, and Pope Francis exploited the innocent plant kingdom is the highest level of crime. So this birth defects for plant kingdom was created by absolute Satan, Pope Francis leader, Antichrist created, deadliest 666 mark of the beast hell mandate process only enforced and mandated, as in Roman Empire, Republica, Jesuits and Lucifers, Satan's, Antichrist, Jesuits, Vatican, Pope Francis Code of Holocaust, Hell Mandate, Abuse Law Mandate, Hell Mandate process model, and only then created the birth defects types for the plant kingdom worldwide in all nations with false prosecution and false shame and false guilt because innocent plant worldwide cannot talk. And Pope Francis exploited the innocence of plants, for plants cannot talk, and enforced abuse of agriculture services and enforced adverse agriculture services worldwide using satanic service providers as in genetic modified process model, using deadliest satanic hell creators as an organization of genome headquartered in United States of America, hell mandate Babylon process organization, and then created birth defects lifetime scars for innocent plant kingdom to destroy healthy plant kingdom system operations and functionality worldwide as in total plant population as of January 2021 every day forever, and innocent civilians, national governments, medical providers never knows why innocent plant kingdom is enforced to be destroyed with deadliest adverse agriculture abuse services, and it is deadliest Satan, Pope Francis, Queen of England teams only enforced Nazism Holocaust hell process model of mandated Holocaust Nazism birth defects and types created for innocent plant kingdom worldwide, all classified as deadliest scandal of Vatican Code of Abuse, Hell, Nazism mandate, classification of crucifixion variations that directly damages the nerves of plant kingdom worldwide, per plant, total plant kingdom worldwide. So Pope Francis Satan created domestic violence, slavery and hatred and discrimination for each innocent plant times total plant population per plant kingdom worldwide across the globe, and civil justice must be served now and beyond is wisdom. So what is the public awareness? Do you all know COVID-19 plague medical teams of United States of America or medical providers are from accredited medical schools are absolute slaves to Vatican Pope Francis? I already conveyed all nations will only puke being aware of scandal of Vatican. So when Pope Francis says create disease, medical providers creates disease. When Pope Francis says okay now create lethal drugs with side effects mandate, then medical providers medical drugs with lethal side effects is a proof of display how and why medical providers are slaves and puppets to Pope Francis. So when medical providers of United States of America went to accredited medical schools, signed birth defects for innocent plant kingdom, with poison genetic modified foods processing using the genetic engineering to alter the DNA structure, cell structure, and mRNA cell structure for innocent plants kingdom. Is healthiest when it is the deadliest in an illusion mandate scandal process model created by Vatican Satan's Antichrist. How on the earth can foolish medical providers of any medical school, as in Harvard Medical School of USA or Oxford Medical School of London, etc., can even shameful or shameless provide scandal of COVID-19, scandal of Vatican? I leave the choice to the civilians to get the correct answer, and I know the correct answer. So, did education fail in humanity, or did medical school slaves of Pope Francis fail in humanity and destroyed humanity? Again, I leave the choice to civilians to get the correct answer, and I know the correct answer. So, public awareness is Pope Francis destroyed agricultural services and enslaved agriculture plant kingdom as slaves to Pope Francis is the harshest reality as of today, as of January 2021. So it is Pope Francis enforced enslaved agricultural services in all nations to mandate genetic modified foods. That way, DNA, mRNA cell structure for plant kingdom can be changed, altered enough to create birth defects of any type and severity, and infertility types for plant kingdom, and cancer types for plant kingdom, and chromosome disorders for innocent plant kingdom accordingly worldwide. So the crime is severity is highest because innocent plants cannot talk, and Satan Pope Francis exploited the innocent plant kingdom just because plant population cannot talk, and there is no other crime on earth than to enforce birth defects for plant kingdom. So civil justice must be served now immediate. So I proved and proving daily there are never medical providers yet in USA nation, and it is the saddest reality. So I, a layman true civil doctor, never went to medical school, is only one doctor out of 7.9 plus billions of humans worldwide as of now, as of today. In January 2021, and I am that I am born to save the world, displayed with proof as of January 2021. There are never medical providers in USA nation, and it is the saddest reality. And I alone can step in, lead, and guide entire medical services worldwide. When I said USA nation is the happiest nation in earth as of January 2021, when being handcuffed by I am that I am, it is for a reason. Got it? And I was not joking, and I have all the proofs of scandal of Vatican. So as a true civil doctor, I alone can provide healthy medical solutions, and that is why USA nation is the happiest nation in earth is wisdom, when USA nation is handcuffed by I am that I am as of now in January 2021. So I alone can bail out entire medical services worldwide. President Trump and President-elect Joe Biden of USA will thank me infinite later, for I am displaying the scandal of Vatican with absolute bulletproof of scandal of Vatican. So I should be Chief of Police General to lead entire FBI services, to lead CIA services, to lead National Intelligence Services, to lead Pentagon Military Services, to lead Army Navy Services, Marine Navy, Navy SEAL services, and also agriculture services worldwide of each national military services, each national agriculture services worldwide is the wisdom. As of now, USA nation is a powerful nation just because I am that I am, absolute rock and anchored in oceans. So USA just wanted I am that I am now to lead USA because I am the toughest of all toughest, is wisdom, excellent leader, and can guide USA nation rightful way. So public awareness and birthrights is, do you all know there must never be any birthrights for any plants in plant kingdom as of January 2021? So do you all know any nation having at least one birth defect and types for at least one plant as of January 2021 across the globe worldwide? That nation is disqualified to be nation enough to be sealed and shut down forever for plant kingdom endangerment nation. So yes, USA nation is at fault and found guilty in all counts of deadliest crimes. All zero tolerance of deadliest crimes means cannot be forgiven because the severity of the crime is deadliest. Please be aware why USA nation and all nations worldwide is handcuffed by I am. That I am is blessed indeed, and wisest alone can understand. So, wisest alone can understand my wisdom education. So, civil justice must be served for the plant kingdom now is the highest priority. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, it is deadliest venom Satan, absolute monarchs, Pope Francis, God of USA, and Queen of England Elizabeth II only created deadliest lethal poison, birth defects, and types for innocent plant kingdom worldwide daily, and it is a $1 trillion Vatican, Jesuits Republica, Holocaust, hell, Nazism scandal enforced to damage the plant kingdom on purpose. So civil justice must be served. It can help when USA government provides immediate salary using direct deposit process within next few minutes and beyond. For I am displaying all the scandal of Vatican with the bulletproof, and I am in absolute finance crisis. So the timely help of that finance aid can help me. I hope you all are happiest on being educated with wisdom of birthrights with my healthy human standards wisdom process. I am aware USA nation is the happiest nation in earth as of January 2021 is the wisdom. And I want to provide another proof of scandal of Vatican Satan teams to USA government that Satan, absolute Lucifer, absolute monarchs Lucifer, Antichrist, Pope Francis only created Holocaust, Nazism, domestic violence of slavery and hatred and discrimination process of Vatican abuse code of law process model to mandate crucifixion type, poison, birth defects and types of birth defects worldwide to destroy innocent plant kingdom just because the plants cannot talk, and that is why the crime level is highest for the scandal of Vatican. So I proved there are never medical services yet in United States of America as of January 2021 because it is educated medical providers from accredited Harvard Medical School signed birth defects for innocent infinite plant kingdom is healthiest when birth defects for plant kingdom is enforced and created by Satan Pope Francis, the hell creator, the Antichrist, the Lucifer, to enforce damages to innocent plant kingdom as per Vatican Pope Francis Rome King code of abuse law, and crime is highest because wisdom is nobody addressed as humans using holy planet earth do not have any birthright to create any hell variations type of crucifixions for innocent plant kingdom. I am true civil doctor, never went to medical school, and I am aware what is disease and what is never a disease, and I alone can bail out all medical providers population worldwide. So I should be Chief Global Medical Director worldwide to oversee and lead and guide World Health Organization, Center for Disease Control, Welfare of Human Services of USA and all nations worldwide, because I alone in entire human kingdom is aware what is disease and what is never a disease, and that is the basic eligibility that is needed for to be a Supreme Civil Chief Medical Director across all nations. So United States of America must provide me doctorate title of public mental health service provider, and I can lead medical services worldwide across all nations, in all nations across the globe, across the continents. So for I displayed scandal of Vatican, I must be chief medical director for all nations worldwide guiding medical services. Yes, USA absolute foolish medical services teams of COVID-19 as of January 2021 must resign as of now, effective immediate, should resign now is the healthiest human standards process for failed in doctor job, for failed in being always human job with fatal negligence, and also provided enforcement of abuse of agriculture services by infecting the plant kingdom with abuse of medical services. So that is is the deadliest crime that can be provided by medical services with fatal negligence to innocent plant kingdom. So each department of health services, each hospital, each emergency clinic, urgent care clinic in each nation worldwide should pay tax-free $500 billion to each plant times total plant kingdom population daily forever. For it is the Satan Pope Francis slaves, absolute slaves, medical services providers only signed birth defects for plants. Plant kingdom is healthiest when it is a $1 trillion scandal of Satan Pope Francis Vatican Code of Abuse Law mandate. So for I am displaying all scandals of Vatican with bulletproof to USA government in ongoing civil jurisdiction process as of January 2021. It can help when USA government provides finance aid immediate without any delay. For I am displaying all USA government errors, scandal of Vatican in layers, all $1 trillion worth of errors. And USA government excuse me, when USA government provides salary using direct deposit process effective immediate, using healthy standards to help me immediate, for I am in absolute finance crisis. And also when USA government signs of customized job offer I asked for with salary of $250,000 per annum for next 5 years and beyond, and I can quit early when I finish provide all the excellent patented design solutions. I must get all authority above absolute monarchs, and I must be leader of Vatican, and I must be supreme civil chief judge of USA, and I must be interim leader of USA, and President Trump must resign now is the highest honor any president can get, and President-elect Joe Biden must silently back off, providing a pathway for me to lead and guide USA. Then I can provide organization structure later using ethical standards process model, and President Trump and President-elect Joe Biden will thank me infinite later. So what is the public awareness and breaking news tips proof part? The proof part is the deadliest Pope Francis only created birth defects for innocent plant kingdom worldwide, and the crime is deadliest because Pope Francis exploited the entire plant kingdom just because the plants cannot talk. So public awareness and birthrights is, as of January 2021, Pope Francis created birth defects to the entire plant kingdom, and as of now Pope Francis is at fault, found guilty in all counts of deadliest crime types, and Pope Francis is deadliest domestic violent of type slavery provider, hatred provider, discrimination provider to innocent plant population worldwide daily forever. An innocent plant kingdom, plant population never ever knows about the scandal of Vatican leader, Jesuit leader is deadliest Satan, Lucifer, Antichrist, the hell creator, and Pope Francis, Satan only crucified and crucifies innocent plant kingdom for being innocent is a patterns of abuse provided by the Satan Pope Francis, the true criminal, the true hell creator. And that is why wild endangered species, Pope Francis Satan, disqualified to live in holiest planet Earth, and evil Antichrist Satan Pope Francis must get out of the earth now immediate, is a civil justice served to all civilians worldwide, tortured daily with injustice provided by Pope Francis Satan in different versions and variations, and also civil justice perfectly served to innocent plant population who cannot talk. And I am the mouthpiece talking for the plant population who cannot talk. Okay, and I only can bail out USA and all nations. So I am native Indian tribe, and I only decide who gets to stay in the earth and who cannot stay in the earth and must get out of the earth now. And each nation in the earth belongs to me only. So USA nation is in bailout process. Civil justice process is ongoing as of January 2021. So handcuffed USA nation, the Babylon nation, the Europe, extended Europe nation, the enforced to be Babylon, Islam, Judaism nation, the handcuffed USA nation should do the task I asked for without asking me any question. So it's the wisdom process. So the civil justice must be Pope Francis states Satan must resign now, immediate, effectively, abruptly. And for I am that I am displayed scandal of Vatican Satan's teams to the USA government. I must be should be the Vatican leader now, effective, immediate, and I must be should be the global chief medical director, as in layman, true civil doctor, as public mental health service provider, to lead all nations medical services worldwide, to lead and guide Center for Disease Control and World Health Organization, and I must be should be the supreme chief civil judge of USA and all nations, to lead the entire justice services worldwide, and I am born to save the world. So, do you all know nation should never have any poison birth defects for innocent plant kingdom, as in Holocaust Nazi services as of January 2021? So when a nation have any birth defects type for at least one plant in earth as of January 2021, that nation is disqualified to be nation enough to be sealed and shut down. Effective now, immediate, for classified as plant kingdom endangerment nation. So that said, do you all know as of January 2021 why United States of America is at fault and found guilty in all counts of deadliest crimes of Vatican, and USA got all the curse of scandal of Vatican, and United States of America nation is handcuffed to be sealed and shut down for with fatal negligence of USA nation with blinded eyes having Vatican Satan, Republica, Roman Empire province, Jesuits leader, Pope Francis enforced and only then created birth defects for the entire plant kingdom is innocent plant kingdom is a scandal of Vatican process model and mandate. So do you all know all the other nations also is handcuffed by me? Okay, I alone in entire human kingdom can bail out USA and all nations, nobody can. So the proof is that the Satan alliance, Lucifer alliance, Antichrist alliance, Republica, Venom, Holocaust, Nazi, Hell Creator, Vatican Hell Creator, Jesuits leader, Holy Highness, perfect human God of USA, Pope Francis only created, crucifixion type birth defects for innocent plant kingdom worldwide, just because plants cannot talk. And crime is highest level of crime of Vatican, and adverse agriculture services is being served, was enforced and mandated to destroy the innocent plant kingdom worldwide as a process of Roman Egypt crucifixion, slow torture to death, Holocaust Nazism process model, classified as deadliest zero tolerance crime in earth, provided to innocent infinite plant kingdom, just because plants cannot talk. So the civil justice must be served. So evil, deadliest, Satan, Lucifer, Antichrist, Islam, Judaism, communist, atheist, paganist, Queen of England, Elizabeth II only created zero tolerance, Roman Empire, crucifixion type, birth defects, and type of birth defects for innocent plant kingdom, and civil justice must be served now. So all phases of Pope Francis worldwide across the globe are Islam leaders, fake Israel leader, Dalai Lama, Guru Nanak, and yoga gurus and human gods of nations worldwide addressed as Pharisees, only created birth defects for innocent plant kingdom, and civil justice must be served. So do you all know that nations do not have any birthright to destroy agriculture and enforce, do not have any birthright to enforce genetic engineering to innocent plant kingdom population worldwide? So when civil justice says do not punish innocent, why USA nation and all nations enforced adverse agriculture services to punish the innocent plant kingdom, that plant kingdom? So did education fail humanity, or did humanity failed education? Which is true. You all keep your God created hands on your heart and work on to get the correct answer. I know the correct answer, so I will leave it as is, okay? So, what did the innocent plant kingdom population do to the humanity? Nothing, right? Other than helping humans with all basic essentials from clothing to hide the nudity of humans worldwide, to provide shelter to the humans worldwide, to provide affordable footwears to the population worldwide, to provide healthy food, to help and guide all humans to be healthy worldwide. Uh, so, did education fail humanity, or did humans fail education? Please understand, Pope Francis created birth defects to innocent plant kingdom is the highest level of crime, and it's a zero tolerance of crime. Okay, that means cannot be forgiven, right? And the civil justice must be served. So each absolute monarchs worldwide, starting with Pope Francis, Queen of England uh, Elizabeth II, Egypt Pope, Greece Pope, Russia Pope, Sicily Archbishop, and Co-Prince of Andorra, and Spain and Andorra, and France leader and co-prince and France co-prince of Andorra and Spain, and Islam leaders of Organization of Islam Cooperation, and Judaism leader and fake Israel leader, Dalai Lama, Guru Nanak, yoga gurus, human gods addressed as Farsis worldwide, and all faces of Pope displaced across the globe must pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to each plant times total plant population worldwide daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then all the each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to sun daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to moon daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to each star times total star population in the sky daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch Satans must pay tax-free $500,000 trillion to the sky per cloud design type daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch Satans must pay $500,000 trillion to Indian Ocean per drop of water times total water population in Indian Ocean. And very crucial part of the task is absolute monarch Satans cannot by mistake provide finance to Pacific Ocean or Atlantic Ocean just because they get mixed with the Indian Ocean. So the task is absolute monarchs must only pay penalty to the Indian Ocean alone daily forever. So if Indian Ocean water and other ocean water is mixed, absolute monarchs must separate the Indian Ocean water separately. Okay, totally must separate the Indian Ocean water from Pacific Ocean water and Atlantic Ocean water, and then must provide the penalty of the finance penalty to the Indian Ocean alone for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Now for then the same process have to be followed for the Pacific Ocean penalty process, right? So then follow the same process, and absolute monarch Satans must pay another tax-free $500,000 trillion only to Pacific Ocean per water drop times total Pacific Ocean alone. Okay, so for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then it is using the same process model for used for Indian Ocean penalty process. The Satan absolute monarchs must also pay $500,000 trillion to Atlantic Ocean per water drop times total Atlantic Ocean alone for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must pay tax-free $500,000 to each atmosphere layer per and also to ozone layer daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay $500,000 to entire Antarctica population, right? So entire Antarctica population landmass, and also to entire Arctic population landmass also, because Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must also pay tax-free $500,000 to each chemical element in the as in displayed in the periodic table times total elements in periodic table daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must also pay another tax-free $500,000 to fire per fire type daily forever for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must also pay tax-free $500,000 to lands, each lands per land mass, okay, across the globe, across the nations, across the continents, in entire Earth, planet Earth, and mountains and the cliffs. Accordingly, daily forever for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch Satans only must pay another tax-free $500,000 to fog. You know, the fog that comes when people are driving on the road on a foggy day, like that. So the fog is the per fog design. So fog per fog design. That's how it has to be calculated to pay the penalty, and it is because Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs Satans must also pay another tax-free $500,000 to rainbow per rainbow color times total rainbow color daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. And then each absolute monarch Satans must also pay another tax-free $500,000 to each rock per rock types times total rock population daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch Satans must also pay another tax-free $500,000 to sand population. So it will be like per sand particle type times total sand population daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must pay tax-free $500,000 to dirt, right? Dirt population per dirt type times total dirt population daily forever for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each Satan absolute monarchs must also pay another $500,000 to each plant cell per plant type times total plant kingdom daily forever for Pope Francis created birth defects for plant kingdom with enforced genetic engineering deadliest crime process model to alternate change and overwrite the DNA and mRNA of each innocent plant times total plant population worldwide with with enforced and mandated adverse agricultural services to destroy the entire plant population kingdom with fatal negligence of Pope Francis the Satan absolute. So then each absolute monarch Satans must also pay tax-free $500,000 to each second as in calculation process of time, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans must also pay 500,000 trillion dollars to each minute as in calculation process of time, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch, Satans, must pay tax-free 500,000 trillion dollars to each 24 hours in a day per day calculation process of time, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs Satans must also pay tax-free 500,000 trillion dollars to each day in the week times total week times total weeks per month times total 365 days times per year times per 100 years as in century, and then decades as in calculation process of time, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom with fatal negligence of Pope Francis. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay another 500,000 trillion dollars to each month in physical calendar year times 12 months per month type as in calculation process of time, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay tax-free 500,000 trillion dollars to snow season per snowflake type per total snow population, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch, Satans, must also pay tax-free 500,000 trillion dollars to the spring season, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay 500,000 trillion dollars to autumn season, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarchs, Satans, must also pay another $1 trillion, 500,000 trillion dollars to summer season, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom. Then each absolute monarch, Satans, must also pay another tax-free 500,000 trillion dollars to each grass per grass type, total grass population, to each shrub per shrub tribes, each total shrub population, then each tree per tree tribes to and then to each leaf per total leaf population per tree times total plant kingdom, daily forever, for Pope Francis only created birth defects for plant kingdom with fatal negligence of Pope Francis. And Pope Francis, Satan, must resign now, and I must become Vatican leader now, and I must be global medical director to lead the Center for Disease Control and World Health Organization in all nations, and I must be Supreme Chief Civil Judge for USA and all nations to lead justice services, and I must be the interim leader of USA now, and Lord Ripon building in Tamil Nadu must be renamed after my name, is a wisdom process, and all nations will thank me infinite later. And absolute monarch, satanic force, evil Lucifer, Antichrist organization worldwide must be dissolved immediately now and must be sealed and shut down for wild endangered species classification for deadliest endangerment to innocent plant kingdom. And all absolute monarchs, kings and queens must resign now for failed in human god job, failed in king's job, failed in queen's job, failed in absolute monarchs divine rights of God's job, excuse me, failed in holy highness job, failed in God of nation job, and Pope Francis and Queen of England Elizabeth II is failed in God of USA job when being perfect holy highness republica. And for I dissipate scandal of Vatican health creators with proof to USA government, Lord Ripon building in Tamil Nadu should be renamed after my name. along with customized job offer is a civil justice served for entire plant kingdom worldwide. And another civil justice, extended civil justice is Center for Disease Control leader must pay tax-free $500 billion to each plant times total plant kingdom population worldwide daily forever. For medical providers, only signed poison birth defects for plant kingdom is healthiest when it is the deadliest crime of Vatican, classified as Holocaust Nazism. So then the World Health Organization leader must pay tax-free $500 billion to each plant times total plant kingdom population worldwide daily for medical providers signed poison birth defects for plant kingdom is healthiest when it is the deadliest crime of Vatican, classified as Holocaust Nazism. So why absolute monarch Satan's enforced and mandated and only then created zero tolerance poison birth defects for innocent plant kingdom worldwide? You all got the correct answer, and yes, it is what you all are thinking, and yes, it is only for tax mandate. So just for fanatic love of crown alone, these satanic forces, evil, deadliest, wild, endangered species, absolute monarch Satan's created deadliest adverse agriculture services to destroy the peace, for peace that passes understanding for entire plant population, right? And it is the deadliest crime. So tax cycle process is that Queen of England Pope Francis teams must drink human blood as a form of tax daily, right? And all enslaved nations worldwide should feed tax dollars that rightful belongs only to the innocent civilians as a tax to Satan absolute monarchs daily. So whatever that rightful belongs to the plant kingdom is also be taken into account of the tax calculation, and then it is enforced on the humans, okay, in an injustice way. And then that is how the tax process is scandal process, and it is designed in an organized systematic way, legalized way, meaning crime is created in a legalized way. That means nobody can say crime is a crime, because according to the legalized Pope Francis Vatican scope of abuse law, crime becomes healthy like that. Okay, so that is why there is no justice services yet in USA nation, and the USA nation is broken in pieces beyond repair. It is a 500 years old of deadliest scandal, and root cause is identified. So that is the good news part. So with Pope Francis, Lucifer, Satan enforced, mandated, and then created poison birth defect hell mandate for innocent plant kingdom worldwide in all nations across the globe, is one of the gateway scandal of Vatican Code of Abuse Process model to enforce tax on population with false prosecution, false shame, false guilt, and that way all nations slaves to the Republica, Holocaust, Nazi, Satan, Pope Francis Code of Abuse Law Process model can say to the population, please pay tax to get food from the grocery, otherwise you cannot get food from the grocery like that. And it is the deadliest scandal of Vatican. So daily all enslaved nations must provide status report to the deadliest wild endangered species absolute monarchs on how many plants got infected with the genetic modified genome scandal process model, and how many plants were tortured every day, and how many plants in being tortured with genocide process model with every single day like that, and in a per second per 24 hours time, and they have to provide that details also along with the tax dollars to the evil Queen of England, who drinks the blood of humans as a tax, and then destroys the plant population also, and enforces that tax also on the humans, Can you see the severity level of the crime of the tax life cycle process? So I am just explaining everything in a layer by layer so that humans can, civilians worldwide can understand the deadliest scandal of Vatican, and civil justice must be served now, and Pope Francis must never ever be living in earth now, and each second Pope Francis is allowed to live free, tax free in the palace. Oh, that is the deadliest crime of USA nation. So USA nation must do the task I am asking to do. Pope Francis must resign now, immediate, next second, like that. Okay, and other than that, yes, be patient. As I have been telling you every single day in the education section of public awareness process every day, there are lots of proof that I have to prove with each because each crime is a unique, distinct, deadliest crime and must be counted and accumulated. So be happy that the world is ending for good, and for I am that I am is born to save the world, and whatever in Holy Bible predictions is only happening now. Okay, and I also want to convey that I've used the images from online education services. So other than that, have a wonderful day today, and bye for now. Thank you all for your time.